Here's my Uncle Dennis. These are all pictures out of my Bible that I put in the back of the Bible next to my bed. Here's my Uncle Dennis. Dennis James Elati passed away a few summers ago. I don't even remember the year. It's still so weird for me because I never saw that coming. And this is him with his little dog. I think his name was Chico. My Uncle Dennis was a big proponent for shaking hands with Puerto Ricans, black people. He was righteous. He ended up a correctional officer for New York State. And even there, he tried to make the most of knowing everybody who was Muslim. No one, he cared. We used to smoke a lot of pot. He taught me how to drum. He took me under his like apprenticeship. He ended up way off the cuff on OxyContin and died of heroin ultimately after retiring from the correctional officers of New York State. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I tried to get him arrested before he died. I had him get arrested. Or at least I cooperated with the police. This is around 2003 when I came in with my own volition to have custody of my son, to go to the proper channels of the law voluntarily. And he didn't want. He was just going the wrong way. His friends were dying around him. They were smoking crap out of their pipes that wasn't pot, and it went, So I saw this guy's, spiraling, and I tried to save his life, and it didn't. He killed himself right after he started talking to me, after not talking to me for, I think, 3 years. I went to a barbecue. I saw him one time at the Parkway. I gave him $10. He calls me out of the blue on my cell phone. I gave him $10 at the Parkway, and he dies within the week. Like 4 weeks after meeting him, after 3 years after he finally, said we could talk to each other again, because he hated me and he hated what happened to that I would turn him in. I live with that. Tried to save his life. I looked up to him. This is Cosimino Costello from Rome, New York. This is for Mr. Griffo and everybody in Rome. See what I think of Rome? I think of Cozy Costello. I took care of him. I didn't get paid. I took care of him on Eagle Street when he lived with his nephew Vinny, who was known to me as, Reverend or Father Francis Gelati. See him? It's Cosimino Costello. He taught me how to be true blue. And I mean that. The guy was a stand-up guy. Cosimino Costello. I used to feed him, and I used to wash him, and I used to talk to him, and I used to drive him. And I didn't make a nickel. This is when my son was just getting ready to be born. That I lived with a priest and him. Alright? This is where I was supposed to be so crazy. This is when I started recording the song Creep with my cousins, the Cosmos. Right? I'm living with the priest. They come and get me to record with them out in Rome. Ask Bobby in Utica at Aquarock Studios. Then I record that song in one take in a Franciscan habit with a hood on and everything, because I was living with the priest and as a third order penitent man, as an oblate. The guy had me written up as an oblate. Here's the scapular I used to wear. It's huge. It's as big as my head. Look at it. I used to wear it underneath my capuche, among other scapulars. See it? I believe it's a third order Franciscan scapular. See it? The evidence. The story is weirder as I develop, but you know what? It's strangely true. My side of the story. strangely true, the way I see it. I can make perfect sense. I have to. Making sense of what I did. This is the priest I was referring to in his bedroom chapel. Wrestling, Turner Wrestling used to be on in the parlor, and we're doing services and, private services, prayer hours, and daily mass in the back bedroom, in one of the three bedrooms he had on Eagle Street in Utica, New York. This is Francis Gelati, Father Vincent Gelati. I don't know, his real name is Vincent Gelati, and he's called himself Archimandrite Hero Monk Father Vincent Gelati this year. He's changed like the wind to me. I don't know where the hell why, but I lost him in the faith in him as a priest. Those years, I left his tutelage and went on. And I ended up in a Russian Orthodox monastery in Platina, California. And he ended up going back after serving Mass in a Russian Orthodox church abroad, church in Utica, New York. And it took a lot of trust for them to trust him and to let him do it, to conduct services. And he ended up going back to claiming he was good standing Roman Catholic reverend as some kind of a parish priest, and that blew me out of the water, and I had a difficulty accepting it. And I used to say screw the Pope and everything to women, and it was crazy. Everything aside, it was all crazy, and I wish I could put the past behind me and understand. But God must have a reason for it. I went to the message. Let me make a part 3. Hold on.